Hello, my name is Josh Moore, and this is my custom shell stage 3 video for my project. So I'll just dive straight into it. As you can see here, so let me just clear the screen. As you can see here, we're in this directory, this current directory. This, if I this, as you can see, contains all of my necessary files. So like my custom shell.c, custom shell.h, makefile, and utility file. Don't worry about the rest of them for now. However, I'm not actually in my custom shell right now, so I can't run any of the commands that I have built into it. So just to get into it, we will just type this. And as you can see now, we've changed into the custom shell. And I'll just dive into some of the internal commands that I have programmed in. So we'll start with a very simple one. We'll do echo, which will print the message that I give it onto the screen, onto the terminal. So let's say echo, this is my custom shell. And as you can see, prints the message that I give it. Now, next one, we will use our change directory or CD. So as you can see, let me clear this, if I show you this, if I display the contents of um, my directory, you can see that I have a test directory here. I created that before we started, but just to show you, we can do test directory 2. And now you can see we've created a test directory. And now just to enter that directory, I will do cd test underscore dir 2. And now you can see we have entered that directory. Now to get back to the parent directory, all we do is type cd and cd dot, and there you go. We are back into our parent directory. Right. So the next one I will use is, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty OCD, so I don't like programming or doing any work when my screen is all, busy and whatever. So the clear command, very simply, will just clear the screen, similar to the regular Linux clear. I will now use the dir or directory command. So this will show us the contents of the current directory, which includes any possibly hidden files and the details for those files. So you can see who has access, got the names of them, everything else, when it was created and all that. So let's clear that. Next, onto the environ command, so environ. This displays all the environment variables currently set in the shell. So if we type this, you see it'll say our name, our working directory, all these details that I personally don't care about. So let's clear the screen again. I will now so I have this pause command, which, is just helpful if I want to very simply pause the shell. And this will not do anything until I can type here, won't do anything until I press enter. And now you can see we're back onto our working shell. Finally, to get back onto our parent directory, get out of this custom shell, very simply, we will just type quit. And as you can see, we are back onto our parent directory. So we're not in the custom shell. We can still see all of our next I will demonstrate my background next a command running in the background. So what we have is a command called sleep. And now what this will do is when we give it a number, an integer, the program will sleep. The custom shell will sleep for that amount of, well, I'll explain. So sleep 5. As you can see, the program will wait 5 seconds and then it will come back. However, you might be thinking that's not a background, background command. It's not running in the background. So all we do there is sleep. Let's say 5 seconds again, and we include this and sign. So this will signify to run in the background. So whilst it's running, we can run other commands like dir, ls, all this kind of stuff. And that sleep function is currently running and finishing in the background. So it'll finish after 5 seconds. And there you go. Next, I will demonstrate my input and output redirection. So redirection is signified by this right pointing arrow. So let's say, for example, we have this text. Sorry, first of all, I will show you. I will display I'll do this one. Yeah. So you'll see what we have here. This is our contents of the directories. So the first thing I'll do is say echo, let's say test subject or I don't know, something like that. And what we will do is we will redirect it into a new file. We don't have to make the file first. This will make it for us. Let's do test underscore file.txt. Now, as you can see, if we do this, you can see that has created our test file for us. And if we use nano, I like to use nano. I don't know how to use Vim very well. You can see it has redirected the text that we gave it into this file. So there you go. Let's just remove that file just to show that that works as well, just to show off a little bit. Right. So I'll quickly run through some of the key points of my code. So this function, run external command, does what it says. It handles the external commands. And in this function, this is where I fork a child process, set the parent variable, handle redirection, and I also use exec VP. So next I next I handle redirection. So this function very simply scans the arguments and checks for redirection symbols such as these, as well as this one checks that for this is for the to run in the background. So we add this have to say, for example, the sleep function, and it will run that function in the background. So